Before you assume that I'm some spontaneous, flamboyant YouTuber, that's actually how I always enter rooms. I'm Josh Katz, and today we're going to talk about my favorite things from the past month. First things first, skate videos that I've been enjoying watching. Now, my issue with skate videos is they're always either too serious and full of so many heavy tricks that you become desensitized to skateboarding and it's just not even fun to watch anymore, or they're not serious enough and it's all a bunch of fun tricks and goof around stuff and it's like, you know what, I just want to see someone jump down a 15 stair. The Dime video, which came out on Thrasher this month, is the perfect equilibrium between the two. It also had an incredible cast. Jake Johnson, one of my all-time favorite skaters, and Jamal Smith, one of the internet's favorite skaters. If you haven't seen Jamal Smith's videos, look him up on YouTube and you're in for a treat. Another favorite, and this isn't even a monthly favorite as much as it is a lifetime favorite, is travel. So I just finished my semester at NYU, and during my break I'm trying to go to as many places as possible. So I'll be going to Shenandoah National Park, Montana, and Wyoming on a road trip. I'll be going to San Francisco, London, as many places as possible this summer. So how do you travel so much, Josh? I'm going to give you a few tips on traveling for cheaper. The three main cost categories for a trip are getting there, and staying alive while you're there. Getting there is how you actually get to your location, and for this I always use this site called lilygo.com, which lets you find the cheapest option for planes, buses, trains, etc. It also helps you find cheap motels, hotels, whatever. Basically, it's going to search through all these different websites and find you the cheapest possible option. So if you're trying to save money, this is a necessity. Link to the site down below. Category 2, staying there, and this is just where you sleep at night. So I like to do on these road trips, go into as many national parks as possible and camping. And the reason why is because national parks are super cheap to stay in. Usually campsites cost $10 or $15 a night, and you just pitch a tent, sleeping bags, it's beautiful. As long as the weather doesn't suck, you're gonna have a great time. What I like to do is camp for about 3 nights or so, and then get a motel, just so you guys can mellow out for a night, have air conditioning, and shower, and then get back to camping. And it's the perfect rotation schedule, so you never get sick of either, and you're saving the most money possible. National parks are also awesome because entry fee, I think, is usually $20 to $30 or so for a car. So if you go with a car full of friends, it's gonna be super cheap, and you're gonna have all the stuff you could ever wanna do within the national park for free. So hiking, photography, climbing, adventures, that's mostly it, but it's still just, you could spend the rest of your life doing that, or at least I could. Last cost category is staying alive while you're there, which is just the food you're gonna eat. So my favorite things for camping food, one is peanut butter, banana, Nutella sandwiches, super filling and sustaining, and 2 is the stove. You can get a portable stove at Walmart for like $20, $25 and some propane tanks which will fuel it, and then you can cook a lot of amazing hot foods. Some good things to cook on the stove, you're gonna wanna use dry goods because they stay fresh for a long time. Pasta with marinara sauce is always a solid one. Chili, just lots of beans and some rice, is super sustaining. And then also eggs. It turns out eggs actually don't have to be refrigerated. You can keep them outside just in your trunk for a long period of time, I think a few weeks before they go bad. Before I move on, let's just take a moment to appreciate eggs. It's amazing. Alright, favorite movie this month. I've been watching a lot of Quentin Tarantino movies, but my favorite of all time has to be Django Unchained. Such an incredible movie. Leonardo DiCaprio kills it, and it's everything you could ever want in a movie. Lots of shooting, lots of violence, and a great plot line. Also, Quentin Tarantino's movies are just super intense, so highly recommend that if you haven't seen it before. Favorite trick right now is easily feeble grinds. I recently got them on rails, so I've just been feebling everything in my path. Now for music. I want to share my personal philosophy about musical appreciation. I think there are 3 tiers of music lovers. First is the person that is totally ambivalent to music. They listen to what's on the radio, but they don't look into any bands. They don't actively pursue new artists. The next tier is tier 2, and this is the music snob. This is the person that looks into music a little bit more. They find their favorite albums, and they start to get a little bit pretentious about the music they like. So they only listen to stuff that's not on the radio, and they only care about music that isn't big yet. And believe me, I've been there before, but I think it's immature to only care about a band because of their size. Tier 3, and this is the highest tier, is the person who doesn't care about the size of the artist. So they've looked into their bands, they found their small artists with 10 followers on Spotify, and they love them all the same as the Coldplays of the world. They don't discriminate based on size and say, oh, they're in the mainstream, they suck. They say, oh, they're in the mainstream because they're good. And they acknowledge the fact that most of the mainstream artists, I'm gonna say most, not all, have gotten mainstream because they're talented and they make great music. There are some that don't make great music. This is the best place to be as far as music appreciation goes. Love your music, care about it, but don't be a snob. 3 favorite artists right now. 1, the D-Revolutions. They've got a crazy funky sound, and you've probably heard that song, Now You Know My Name, but they have a lot of other great stuff that's definitely worth looking into. 2 is the Alabama Shakes. I learned about them years ago, but I recently rediscovered them with their new-ish album, Sound and Color, and it's incredible. The Greatest is the greatest song. The song is called The Greatest. Artist 3, I've been getting super into Andrew Bird lately, and he just put out an album called Are You Serious? And it's the perfect mix between folk rock, mainstream appeal, and his incredible vocals. He just sounds like a dream when he sings. So definitely check out all these artists. And if you want to hear more of my favorite musicians, I highly recommend you check out my Spotify playlist called Impeccable Indie. It's all my favorite indie rock songs. Definitely let me know what you think, because it's a huge honor to show someone a band that they like. So if you see something you like, let me know. Moving on. Favorite book this month, Bill Bryson's I'm a Stranger Here Myself. And don't be fooled by the super ugly cover. It's actually a great book. And this book is perfect for the non-committal reader, because it's basically, it used to be a newspaper column. So each section is 10 pages. And it's about this guy who lived in America for a few years, moved to London for 20 years, and then came back. And he's just observing all the absurdities of the United States, and believe me, there's a lot of them. So he writes about the post office, about suburban houses, and this is great because you can take 3 days off, a month off, doesn't matter, and just pick up with the news section, and it totally is okay because it's not one consistent story. If you want to get it, I'll put a link down below to purchase it on Amazon. Favorite foods right now, I got a new blender last month, so I've been making a lot of blended goods, and my two favorite things to blend, one are smoothies, a lot of mango, strawberry, banana stuff, and then two is this avocado pesto sauce. I wonder if any of you guys will actually make this. If you do, let me know and I'll be super stoked, and you'll also be stoked because it's a delicious sauce. Great for pasta. Links down below to these recipes. Favorite TV show right now is Thrasher's King of the Road. If you've never heard of King of the Road, it's basically the ultimate skateboarding road trip competition. In the past, they've done a bunch of individual 6-minute episodes, and it totals out to be about an hour and 20 minutes. But now they've teamed up with the Vice's TV network, Viceland, to turn it into an actual documentary series. So each episode's about 45 minutes long. I want to say there's like 10 or 12 episodes in the series, and it's wildly entertaining. In the past, they just kind of glaze over everything, but now you actually get to see what goes into all the insanity, get behind what all the pros are thinking, and see like the actual lifestyle of this insane road trip. It's the best thing ever, but I think everything I've been mentioning is the best thing ever. This is the best thing ever. Check it out for sure. Last thing, because I'm a skateboarder in business school, I feel like I need to talk about this. My favorite ad campaign in skateboarding right now. My issue with the current ads in skateboarding magazines is they're super boring. It's usually just a photo of a skater doing a cool trick, a shot of their product, and then their logo slapped in a corner. Easy, boring, simple, the same stuff every time. DC Shoes, I gotta hand it to them, are running a really incredible campaign. So their campaign is called West We Can, revolving around Wes Kramer jokingly running for president, mocking all of today's current political issues in the context of skateboarding, and doing so with an incredible Obama impersonation.
There's only one border I'm out there in the protecting, and that's my fellow skateboarder.
And he will regulate big banks. Wes We Can.
Seriously, great work to the marketing team at DC Shoes. This is what skateboarding advertisements should be, and I think you guys are setting an awesome precedent. So yeah, that's all my favorite stuff. Leave a comment down below letting me know if you tried any of this stuff, whether you liked it, whether you hated it. I'd still love to hear about it and talk about it with you guys. Also, if you have any recommendations for me, feel free to leave comments down below. If you want to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is @JoshKatz. And if you want to see my last month's favorite things video, link will be right over here. Thank you so much for watching. I can't even stress how much I appreciate it, and I really look forward to reading your comments because I love reading comments. And if I haven't said this before, I read almost every comment I get. So comment away, and I look forward to using my eyeballs to look at them. Goodbye.